Man United make decision on Facundo Pellistri future as Mason Greenwood latest comes to light. Manchester United are ready to loan out Facundo Pellistri next season, according to reports. The Uruguay international has struggled for regular game time at Old Trafford ever since his move from Penarol in October 2020, and a temporary parting of the ways is on the cards, with Anthony Elanga also poised to depart when the transfer window reopens. According to the Manchester Evening News, United are ready to loan out Pellistri. The 21-year-old has impressed off the bench in recent months, having finally made his debut for the Red Devils earlier in the season. But with the forward yet to nail down a regular spot in the team, it seems another spell away from Old Trafford is on the cards. Pellistri has previously spent 2 years with Deportivo Alaves, spending the entirety of last season over in La Liga. He's also caught the eye at international level and has been named in the Uruguay squad for upcoming matches against Japan and South Korea, having previously made 2 starts at the recent World Cup in Qatar. The report says United have also penciled in a loan move for Elanga too. The Sweden international was a shining light under Ralf Rangnick last season, having previously made his debut when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ruled the roost. However, Elanga has found minutes far harder to come by ever since the appointment of Erik ten Hag as manager. The 20-year-old hasn't scored for the club in over a year, and with United well stocked when it comes to wingers, he's poised to leave on a short-term deal. It's also claimed that United remain undecided when it comes to Mason Greenwood and his future too. The England international recently had charges dropped against him, with the Red Devils now conducting their own investigation. United are open to potentially bringing Greenwood back into the fold, with the 21-year-old last featuring in a 1-0 win over West Ham in January last year. Yet it's also possible they'll choose to sell the forward, who was previously valued at around £130 million. Meanwhile, regarding Pellistri, the Uruguay international recently impressed in a 4-1 Europa League victory over Real Betis, and Paul Scholes, speaking after that game, called on ten Hag to start using the forward more often. He's made a case for himself tonight, Scholes told BT Sport. He looked so quick on the right. Straight turn, goes around, beats the defender with pace and sets the big man up for the goal. I'm sure we can. I just think with ten Hag he doesn't like to make changes. He likes players having rhythm in the game. But with the amount of games these players have had, they need a rest. Luke Shaw looks like he needs a rest. Casemiro possibly. These young players, maybe give them a taste of European football which will put them in good stead for the future. And Owen Hargreaves added, I don't know, I was amazed how quick he was. Lots of the guys, like Jadon and Anthony, want to slow down and dribble. He didn't want any bit of that. He wanted to go on the outside, old school, sprint past people. It's a brilliant cameo. United fans would love to see more of him. In other news, bad news, journalist confirms Alejandro Garnacho's injury is worse than expected. Could miss Argentina friendlies. Manchester United forward Alejandro Garnacho could be sidelined for a while following his ankle injury against Southampton. TYC journalist Gaston Edel reports. The 18-year-old was the subject of a strong challenge in the box from Kyle Walker-Peters on Sunday, and he was visibly in pain for several minutes after the incident. The youngster managed to carry on after receiving treatment, but manager Erik ten Hag decided to take him off as he did not want an unfit player for the final minutes with 10 men. Speaking after the game, ten Hag said that Argentine's situation is not too bad, but Edel now claims that the injury is worse than expected after initial examination. The journalist did not provide a timescale for the recovery, but admitted that Garnacho could miss out on making his Argentina debut in the upcoming friendlies. He tweeted, "Bad news, Alejandro Garnacho underwent studies, and the injury is worse than expected. The double date with the Argentine national team would be lost. Garnacho's absence is a concern for Man Ut. The youngster has had a tremendous breakthrough campaign with United. He has 9 goal contributions, with many of those being in match-winning situations. He looked lively in his cameo appearance against the Saints at the weekend, but unfortunately could not carry on after a scissor challenge from Walker-Peters." A separate report from Diario O claims that he has suffered a sprain of the fibula astragalar ligament in his right ankle. He could possibly return in 2 weeks. In our view, United will probably ask Garnacho to be withdrawn for Argentina's international friendly such that he is fit to face Newcastle United next month. The Red Devils host Fulham in the FA Cup quarter-final this weekend. Their next league game will be at St. James Park on April 2nd, which could be a tricky challenge. United have already suffered a setback for the Tyneside trip with Casemiro suspended. The Brazilian is out for 4 domestic matches after his red card on Sunday. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.